Well, a misplaced pass giving the opportunity to Plateau United to come back at them. A little bit questionable. Still a little bit questionable if that was really an offside.
Well, I think the officials got it right that time, but that's a very high offside line being kept by Kaduna United. It could be dangerous at some point because Ejike Bekwe really does have some pace.
And again, it is Kaduna United running very well, but that was more like a back pass from Rabiu Baita to the Plateau goalkeeper Abdul Issa. It's a free kick. It's a free kick. We're into the 25th minute of this game. It's still goalless between Plateau United and Kaduna United. The game is right here on the lush green pitch of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu. Nigeria Premier League Week 13 encounter. Free kick to Kaduna United. Standing over the ball, a clutch of players. Benjamin Ishaya also among them. But the ball quickly taken away by Kaduna United, Plateau United rather. And a good run, beautiful pass, but it was caught the first time. Second opportunity, and he's really whacked into. And the referee is not giving anything either. Well, stranger things are beginning to happen in this game. Femi Balogun controlling the bet. Kelechi, well, what a bump into that turned out to be for Plateau United.
Well, I would like the referee to really take a hold of things. I do blame the Plateau United attacker there for not shooting the first time he got into the 18-yard box. He was trying to take too many touches. That's why he got all muddled up in that 18-yard box. But prior to that move, the player I think is still down. The player of Kaduna United, straight from that earlier free kick, he was stepped on.
Sani Aruna is the player. Is down there and has been seems to be in quite some pain. I will take another look at that.
Yes, just watch it. Too many touches there. You should be trying. You know, when you're facing the goalkeeper, you should be thinking of pulling the trigger there. Once you take out the first defender, you should try to shoot again. But more touches and more touches. Eventually, Ejike Bekwe was dispossessed of the ball. He's done a lot of running in these early stages, Ibekwe, and this could be some early spot of border for Maurice Coleman. But this man here, all sorts of border. Nduvisi Duka, formerly of Dolphins, now head coach at Plateau United. He really has a huge job on his hands to steer this team out of the relegation zone.
Center referee Sylvester Kumboa has made a few calls that have most certainly that will end up as talking points when the halftime comes. But he still has a lot of time to redeem himself and put this game back on an even keel. It's a goal kick to Plateau United, and that's Sani Arua is still down.
And that's the earlier tackle that was all called by Sylvester Kumbona. Plateau United nearly scored from the attacking forward that resulted from that, and it appears that could be a decisive injury because the player hasn't come back and looks like in some serious problems.
One expects that a substitution will be coming for Kaduna United, and it is Samson Auta who has come on to take his place. So Sani Arua out, Samson Auta in, and that's the sad one for Plateau United, for Kaduna United this early in the game. Not quite half an hour yet.
Well, real bad news for Kaduna United. They're now missing two key midfielders, Sani Arua and Emmanuel Buvan, who didn't even make the trip because he was injured. Samson Alta with a big job on his hands now.
It's another goal kick to Kaduna United. They've had to defend about 3 corner kicks already in this game. They've had to take a lot more goal kicks than Plateau United. But at the moment, it's a very calm defense line of Kaduna United. Linus Adams marshalling forward now. Well, the first control was quite good from Abdullahi Shehu, but he lobbed the ball aimlessly forward. And no problem at all for the defense of Kaduna United. It is Siaka or Latin Toye heading the ball back to his goalkeeper, Chinedu Agwu. Again is Dimpa on that flank. He's been using the wing quite effectively. Interchange of passes from between him and Dubem Awaziem. It seems to be going quite well. Abdullahi Shehu. Shehu ball forward to Betrus. Betrus moving it backward to the giant defender there. It's Plateau United hooking the ball forward is George Akpabio. Ajibade Omolade, that one went to the wrong head and the Kaduna United begin a counter-attack. And a good one, Siman Yusuf is running there. He should be able to keep the ball in. He keeps it in. And what does he do? He's a very dangerous player. He's on 4 goals already himself. And so he's one of the joint top scorers. But that didn't come too much. As it pushed forward. And Dimpa was always going to be a problem with his pace and his eye for staying just behind the last defender. A very dangerous customer. And if Kaduna United were to let go of him one too many times, they might yet do it in this game.
I'm actually more disappointed going with the way Kaduna United have played, but that was a nasty clash at that time between 2 players. I think Dingba involved and the new player there, Samson Alta, for Kaduna United. Let's see how that's a real clash there. Something about his ribs, Dingba, he got a hit in the midsection. Victor Ezema also involved in that one, but it seems everybody is okay. And Maurice Coleman is wondering what has got into my boys today. They just can't play.
And Kaduna United, the ball rolled forward and good defensive work that time coming from Isiaka or Laduntoye. Plateau United, the kick coming back time and time again. Abdullahi Shehu rolling that one forward. And a good pass. And the cross coming. And oh, what a save from the goalkeeper. I'm not too sure that Chinedu Agwu knew much about that. But somehow he pulled off what clearly is the save of the match so far. Wonderful, wonderful reaction.
Well, just watch this one. You just have to give credit to the goalkeeper. He stands his ground if nothing else. He simply made himself big and pulled off that wonderful save.
A corner kick had gone to Plateau United as a result of that, and it came to nothing as well. And, well, Maurice Coleman, I wonder what he's really agitated about. He must be worried about his defense, though. They were at 6s and 7s there, and the goalkeeper didn't quite know too much about that, but somehow he was effective by simply standing his ground.
And it's looking increasingly likely that Plateau United are the side more likely so far from what they've played to get the opening goal here. And if it does go to them, it also looks likely that Ejike Veko will be the goal scorer. He's been doing most of the attacking up front, and that time he nearly got in behind. Free kick, Plateau United. They've got it all so far in this match. Rabiu Beta, the offender this time.
And referee Sylvester Kumbowa has left his yellow cards in his pocket. And up to this point in the game, no yellow cards, no caution yet. And that one was meant for Ajibado Molade. It was shot. Femi Balogun taking over for Kaduna United. And looking for Judah Neke. It's still Judah Neke with an opportunity, but I think he gave up. And there was no point, really. He wasn't going to be able to keep that in.
Judah Neke, almost telepathic understanding between he and Seman Yusuf up front for Kaduna United. But today, hardly any touch for the two. They've really been kept out of it by the big defender Ahmed Mohamed. But this transfer window from Kano Pillars by Plateau United. The Nigeria Premier League fixtures for this weekend shortened due to continental engagements involving Kano Pillars in Liberia and Enyimba the champions in Congo Brazzaville. Kaduna United, one of the Nigerian teams in the continent this season, but will start off next month in the second round of the Confederations Cup.
And they've got business to take care of just yet here today. The Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium is still goalless between Plateau United and Kaduna United. An overhead kick attempted there, but that was a dangerous one. And I'm sure that it wasn't quite what Ahmed Mohamed had in mind.
Judah Neke there, I think, just worked this one straight into his hand at the wrist region. He's in a lot of pain, the Kaduna United striker. Maurice Coleman wouldn't want to see this. He's already lost Emmanuel Bevan and Sani Aroa to injuries. And this, if he goes out, will be more like the spine of his team from the central midfield to attacking area. That's the big man in your picture there, Ahmed Mohamed, formerly of Kano Pillars. This man has taken part in the experienced players on the cards, on the books of Plateau United. Ajibade Omolade has actually won the top continental title, but they can't yet seem to lift this team from Jos out of the drop zone. Few fans coming here to enjoy this Saturday afternoon spectacle. Real problems with spectator turnout in the southeast, but considering none of these two teams come from Enugu, maybe something to encourage the neutral.
And therefore they can afford to watch without tension at all. The favored side not being involved in action here, and that's talking about Rangers International. But there will be in action tomorrow, and that match too will be right here on your Channel of Champions, where world football lives. We'll be bringing you that match between Rangers International and Warri Wolves, which would be probably the top draw for the week. That one meant for Dimpa, and mistimed by the defender there, Dimpa getting a throw-in off him. Much smaller Dimpa, playing against a big Dimpa in the right sense of the word. And that's talking about Victor Ezema.